Good morning, everybody. This is Michelle with Creative Operation, and I'm here today to share with you another tutorial using your explosion board. This project has been around for a long time. I am not the creator of it, but I did figure out how to use the explosion board to create it. So I wanted to share with you a couple different versions of it today, and we're going to go through this, and I'm going to try to explain it as best I can. Once you get the hang of this, you're going to really love it. It's really a cool little project. So the explosion boards by We Are Memory Keepers. I love this thing. I keep coming up with different ways to use it, and I have still more ideas. I just need time to do it. It would be really awesome if I could do this full time, but hey, you know what? I got to work. So I'm doing this when I can, but I have more projects coming, and I hope you like this one. So this is the infinity box tutorial. Now I've got two different kinds. I've got a single kind of regular square box here, and then I've got a double here, and we're going to go through both of those. So for this project, this one here is a model that I'll just show you. This one here I totally did, so we'll just open this up and I'll show it to you. The papers were from my stash by Echo Park, but the cardstock that I used is artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations, and you can get this at countrycraftcreations.com. I used Craft on this particular project. This paper is amazing because you can score it, you can cut it, you can fold it, and it's sturdy. It's like 87 pounds, so it's like the best cardstock, honestly, that I have ever used in my entire scrapbooking life, and that has been, oh gosh, 25 plus years that I have been working with paper and making scrapbooks and things. So I really highly recommend it. You can get it again at Country Craft Creations at countrycraftcreations.com. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you this box. So I'm going to show you the decorated one. I'll show you this one, and then we'll put one together. So this box here measures approximately 8 inches wide, okay, 4 inches tall, 4 inches deep, and it's made with the explosion board here. I just decorated the top pretty simply with some flowers and a sticker that I put up with pop dots here, and then it's just pretty simple decorations. You don't want to do a lot of decorations on the inside of this box because it's going to kind of fold up on itself. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but this is basically just a photo box. Of course, you can do, you know, some different stuff to it, but I just did it as a photo box. But I just decorated it kind of simply. It's turned out really, really cute, I think. So when you open it up, when I call it an infinity box, what that means is that if you haven't seen these before, it just kind of keeps going and going and going. So when you open this one, it's a double infinity box. So you see that inside there's 2 of the boxes in here. And what they do is, and I hope I can keep this in frame, but they just keep rolling out and creating a really cool explosion box. And then what I did was I kind of just alternated the squares. So I put photo mats here. This is artisan cardstock in natural from Country Craft Creations, and then used my papers to just decorate. So this is just a nice album, and it goes on the other side. So when let's roll it up first, and then I'll show you the other side. Okay, and you just kind of just keep folding it and rolling it and fold it, and you see how cute this is? I love this concept. And then it goes up like that, and then the other side is exactly the same. It just keeps going and going and going. So super cute, super fun to make, and it's really, really actually easy. So this thing is really, really long. You can make it with less squares if you wanted to, but I did, let's see, I did extra large, large, and medium, I believe is what I did for this one. Yeah, so each side has that. So it's, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5 different pieces of paper, I think, that I put together. But anyways, it's really super fun to do. And then you just kind of roll it and fold it, roll it and fold it, roll it and fold it like so. Okay, and then and then the 2 bottom ones here fold up, and that creates the box, and then it holds it all together. So this is the double infinity box, and I'm going to show you how to put that together. Now this one is a single infinity box, and this the lid comes off. And I did this with all 7 layers that you can make with your explosion board. So you can make 7 different sizes of boxes. I did all 7. You definitely do not have to do that many because this thing really is long. But it does give you a lot of real estate to really do a cool thing. So it just keeps rolling out and rolling out and rolling out. Really simple to put together. This one has so many squares in it that I thought that it would be fun because you could do some sort of like a 12 things. So you could do like the 12 years of school. You could do 12 months of the year. You could do 12 days of Christmas. There's plenty of spots to do something like that. So this one is my model. I haven't made one of these as a project yet, and when I do, I will share that with you. But this one's just a single, and it rolls up and then folds in like so, and then you put the lid on and it holds it nice and secure. So this one will be fun to do. So let me show you kind of basically how to do this. So with this one here, again, I used all of the squares, and there's a couple differences between this one and this one as far as making kind of the base. So when you use your explosion board, the first square you're going to make, you're going to take the 12 by 12 piece of paper and you're going to put it in here, and you're going to score on the extra large line, and you're going to do it on all 4 sides, okay? And I probably should have gotten a piece of paper to show you that. So you're going to take your scoreboard, and you're going to take your scoring tool, and you're going to put your paper in and score it on the extra large. Now this is for the single infinity box, okay? So this is your base. This is what kind of wraps around the whole thing and creates the outer layer. So we're just scoring all the way around. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take on 2 sides only, and you're going to cut the scores, okay? You're not going to do all 4. You're going to just cut 2 of them because you want the fold in some of these. So grab your scissors and then just cut up the score lines on 2 of the sides opposite of each other, like so. And I'm doing a kind of a quick job, so just make sure that, you know, you have your score lines cut nicely. All right, that's going to be your base. So go ahead and kind of fold and burnish and make sure that the folds, you know, fold nice. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is your base. This is going to be like this layer. If I was to lay it down, this is this layer, okay? And that's what you're going to have to start with, okay? Then you're going to take your piece of paper for the next size, which is extra large, 11 by 11. And then you're going to put it in your scoreboard. You're going to do the same scoring. All 4 sides, you're going to score it. But then what you're going to do is cut these 2 corners out, and then cut slits here, leaving these scores intact. Now what this will do is just at the score line, right at the edge of this box, you're going to center it and you're going to glue that down. This will get covered with some patterned paper, so don't worry about that, but it will also provide stability for the project. So if I move this out of the way, this is the blue layer that I just made. This is the layer that will go right here. All right, I hope that makes sense. So you just glue that down. So the score line here will butt right up against this edge, and you just glue that down. And then that creates that. And then you just do that so on and so on as long as you want to make this thing. You don't have to make it near as long as I did because it is pretty long. But then you just, the next size down, okay, so this is the 12 by 12. This is the 11 by 11, and then this one here is the 10 by 10. The 10 by 10, you put it in, score it on the large line, and then again, cut 2 corners out completely, and then make a slit. And that's all you have to do. And then put this where the score meets the edge of that box, glue it down, and you're done. And then once you do that, as long as you want it, you can see how it graduates down in size, okay? Once you glue all that together, then all you have to do is roll it up. So if you start at the bottom, so I went all the way to the extra small box, and it is a very long project. So just be aware, you can make it as long or as short as you'd like, but then you just fold the flaps up, roll it, flaps up, roll it, and so on. And that's how you fold it up. And then you just decorate it any way you want. So that is the infinity box for a single infinity box, okay? And you just keep rolling and keep rolling. This is a pretty cool project. It is pretty fun to make. All right, just keep going and going and going. So you can again, make it as long or as short as you would like, but that's how you do the single, okay? The double is a little bit different in how you make the base, but the rest of it, after you make the base, the rest of it is exactly the same, and we're going to actually put one together so you can see how to do this. So this is the demo part, okay? And then it folds up like that, and then we put the box lid on. Now the lid was made using the extra large lid. So it's a 6.5 by 6.5 piece of paper. And then you just put it in your scoreboard and score it on the lid line. And then I just made the lid, and that's all you have to do. So this is the single infinity box. Let's look at the double infinity box. Now the double is different in that the base of this is actually 8 inches by 4 inches, not the 4 by 4. Okay, so we're just going to do the base just a wee bit different on this one. So let me grab the pieces. You're going to need, and I did this in different colors too, so hopefully that this will make sense and when you see it kind of put together here. And again, the base for the double is a little bit different than the single. So you remember the single one, when you score your 12 by 12 piece of paper, you're just going to make the slits on the two opposite sides. We're going to do something a little bit different here. This one, when you put it in your scoreboard, the 12 by 12 piece of paper, you're only going to score it on 3 sides, okay? So you're going to score on the extra large line with your 12 by 12 paper on 3 sides only, okay? So what that's going to give you is the 4 by 8 rectangle that you need to form the sides and the bottom of the box without scores in it. And then you're going to have 3 squares here, okay? And then you're going to grab a piece of paper that is 12 by 8, and you're going to put it in your scoreboard, and you're going to score on the extra large line to create 6 boxes here, okay? So we'll turn it around and do that, okay? So this is the base. That's why I did it in the yellow paper. And excuse the extra score there, because this was I was trying to make a model here. Okay, so then what you're going to do is the only slits that you're going to make in this base are here and here. We're going to leave everything else intact. So I'm going to just cut up this score line. And basically what we're doing is we're extending this. Okay, like so. So you should have the rectangles here and then your squares here with the slits, okay? And then what you're going to do is with the slits here, we're going to take this piece here, and we need to cut out 2 squares. So we're going to do this. Just up the score lines, we're just going to cut out 2 of these squares. If I can get my scissors in there, we're going to do that. I hope y'all had a good 4th of July. We did. We stayed home and just kind of chilled out and did a little housework and a little yard work and hung with the dogs and worked on hobbies and just kind of really had a nice time. It was very nice. I hope you did too. They had banned fireworks in our area you know, we're not supposed to shoot them off because it's so dry here. But they didn't ban the sale of them, so we still had some fireworks. But, you know, you can't have everything, I guess. Didn't make sense to me, but okay. Not that I have anything against fireworks, but it's been really dry here, and I really didn't want any fires, so I was okay with that. We just got done with having 113, 114, 115 degree weather, and I am like over it. So, okay, so we've got our pieces, 12 by 12, got the slit here, and I've just kind of burnished my fold lines. And then we've got our extra piece that's 12 by 8. We scored it, so we got 6 squares. We cut 2 of them out. All right, so then what you're going to do is take your glue, and we're going to simply just glue this to the other side. And basically this is just extending our box. This is making this outside piece right here. Okay, so that's kind of what we're making. We're going to add to this. So grab your glue. This is Art Glitter Glue. And again, I get this from Country Craft Creations as well. And I'm just going to put some glue on here. And you could just cut some of this off and make a tab if you wanted to. But I'm leaving it just because it'll add a little bit of strength to the bottom of the box. And, you know, that's always kind of nice. So then I'm just going to line that up as best I can here without getting my hair in the way. All right, bottom of the box, like so. Okay, and there you have your outside of your box. Okay, so then what you're going to do, and again, this is a practice project, so I'm just kind of doing this quickly. Okay, so this is the base. So then what you're going to do is grab your next layers. Now you're going to need 2 of each because we're going to build off one side and then the other. Okay, so you're going to need the next size square. So again, on your board, it's 11 by 11. Score it on all 3 sides. And then you're going to do the same exact thing that we did for the infinity box. You're going to cut the corners out and you're going to make a slit, and then you're just going to glue that down here like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do that. Now this paper I'm using is paper that I've had in my stash for a long time, and it's not quite as sturdy, but I like to use it for like practice paper and demos and stuff like that. But the colors are awesome because then you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so then, and then we just keep building on. So then the next layer would be the 10 by 10. Again, score it on the large line of your explosion board, cut your squares out, make your slits, glue it down. Okay, now this, for this double infinity box, I only did the base in extra, extra large, and then I did the large, or excuse me, the extra large, large, and the medium. So, I mean, you can totally go further out if you wanted to. That's completely up to you. But this is the basic gist of how you do this. Okay, and again, you'll need 2 of each of these because they're going to go out from the middle. Okay, so this one here, again, this is the next one. So this one is the medium. This is the 9 by 9. Again, put it in your scoreboard and score all 4 sides. Okay, we're doing that for all of them. And then we're going to cut the corners out, make our slit, and glue it down. Easy peasy. All right. All right. So now that we have that side done, okay, and we can, I'm just gonna fold this really super quick. Okay, so we fold up and roll and fold up and roll, and then we fold up. Now we got to burnish all of our, or fold all of our scores because that'll help, huh? All right, let's do this. I'm trying to get this done. I got so much to do today. And I was trying hopefully to get a nice tutorial out for you guys. I'm working on a really cool big special project too, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait to share it with you, but it's not quite time to share yet, but I'm working on it. So it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and now we're into the middle again. Okay, so we've just built the first side, and then we just need to turn it around and build the other side. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back, and I'll show you what it looks like with the final product. Okay, I'm back, and I've completed the second side. So when you do this, again, you roll and fold up and roll and fold up, roll, fold, roll, fold, and roll, fold. Okay, one more time. Now we're to the middle, and then you just fold the side pieces in, and then the big side pieces up, and then your box is complete. So this is the double infinity box. Now I'll show you how to make the lid here in just a second. This will take, let me show you, the yellow represents the extra large, or excuse me, the extra large paper. So a 12 by 12, you need one of those, and then you need a 4 by 8. And again, this is all going to be in the description below, so don't worry about that too much. But then, so you'll need 2 of those, 2 extra larges, which are represented by the blue, and then you need 2 large represented by the green, and 2 medium represented by the pink. Okay, and again, you can make this as long or as short as you want. This will fold nice and neat and fun. Once you get the pattern paper on, it really does help with the process here. So right now it's kind of a little bit floppy, but once you get the pattern paper and your photo mats on here, it's going to be really, really fun. And it folds up really nice and easy, and it lays really nice and flat once you get it out because you have that extra paper on there. Okay, so now we need to work on the lid for this double infinity box. So I'm going to put that to the side here. So altogether, 8 pieces of cardstock to make the box, and then you're going to need 1 more piece of cardstock to make the lid. 6 3/8, excuse me, 6 3/8 by 10 3/8. Yeah, 6 3/8 by 10 3/8. And then you're going to put this in your scoreboard, your explosion board, and you're going to score it on the lid line. All right, so all 4 sides, just like we're making a lid, we're just making one that's rectangular, and it's going to be a little bit tight. You want that for this box to kind of make sure everything stays where it's supposed to be. All right, and then once you do that, we're going to do the pinwheel cut here. Okay, so you'll cut straight up the side, and then you'll cut the angles out for the tabs. All right, then turn it, cut straight up the side, make your tabs. Okay, and I'd say pinwheel because they're all going in different directions. That's kind of helpful when you're making a box or a lid, because then you've got a tab that glues onto each side. For a longer box, it's not as helpful as for like a, square box, but it does help with a little bit of the stability of the lid. All right, so then just grab your art glitter glue here, and we'll form our lid, and we'll just glue that right to inside. Okay. All right, now obviously you're going to want to cover this lid with pattern paper before you build it, because it does make it a little bit easier. So you can put all of the pattern paper on the outside of the lid and on the inside top part of the lid, and then build your sides. And then the last piece is to put your strips of paper on the inside of the lid. That will help secure and cover the tabs and then give the sides more strength. Okay, so that's kind of the process here. So we have our lid built, we have our box made, and then this just goes over like so and completes the box. So that is the double infinity box. So just remember that when you make the base, let's open this up for the double. All right, so that's represented in the yellow. You need one piece of yellow cardstock that's 12 by 12, and you're going to score only on 3 sides, okay, because you want this long rectangle. You're going to slit the 2 squares, and that's all you're going to do. Now, the second piece to make the base, you'll need a piece that's 8 by 12. You're going to score it so you end up with the 6 squares, and then you're just going to cut the 2 squares out and attach it, and that's going to expand your base so that it is actually 16 inches by 12 inches and has the 4 by 8 rectangular pieces, okay? And the difference between this one and our single box is you only need one piece for the base. You're going to score it on all 4 sides using your extra large score line on your scoreboard. And you're going to slit the 2 sides opposite of each other, and that's going to start your base. And then you're just going to build off of one side only, okay? On the double infinity box, you're going to build off both sides. Okay, so I really hope that this made sense. Again, this is not my idea. This idea has been around for a long time. I just figured out how to use this board to create it. So I hope you have fun making it. I really did. I thought this was absolutely adorable the way it turned out. I love the papers. I love that, you know, it's decorated on both sides. So if I open it up and show you, so maybe I'll just leave this one side because they're the same. But you see the inside has the pictures here, but the outside is also decorated too. This does take quite a bit of paper to do, but I think the product, the end product is totally worth it. So anyway, I hope you have fun with this. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back again soon with some more tutorials. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.